Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Texans going up against the Chiefs. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Houston Texans and the Kansas City Chiefs. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is Alfred Blue, and he's got room. There he goes, right side, past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Alfred Blue, 75 yards, and the Texans have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it second down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them to first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up second down. The defensive crew for the Texans. Here's a look.
Jadeveon Clowney was the #1 pick in the NFL draft, and it was with good reason. An absolute athletic freak. Now he's trying to add consistency to his game.
To the right side, it's Kelce. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive, it was so deflating for the defense. What's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
The catch made by Miller. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
How to be 6'7", be able to see over coverages into open windows. Brock Osweiler just did that with the slam route.
With that height, was also a great basketball player. Gonzaga, as you know, actually offered him a scholarship in high school for hoops.
Hard to believe he didn't take that, decided he wanted to play football, and ultimately chose Arizona State because of the direct flights from his hometown in Montana into Phoenix, Arizona.
Is that true?
That's a true story. Allowed his parents to come see him play a lot easier.
Here's Osweiler to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This is the running back, Blue. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's... The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They come out here in the eye. They run for it. Here's Blue. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Alfred Blue with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Oh, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He'll look to throw. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll come out in the pistol. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Time to step aside. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. He'll drop to throw. Surveying the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's their quarterback. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll throw on 1st down with Osweiler. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Lameek Wilson coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Yeah. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Third and long, it's Osweiler. Miller on the catch over the middle. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They come out here in the I. They run with blue. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 4th and 4.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. A nice gain of 21 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll set up a throw, being chased out left.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taylor Gabriel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Well, this game's ripe for the taking, and that run, I think it means he wants to take it.
Not only does he want to take it, he doesn't care what they're going to do on the defensive side of the ball. You can be prepared for him. He's coming at you anyway.
They'll go with a keeper, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's their quarterback, saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Osweiler. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. And some space here. 26 yards on the pickup there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Shift together here from the D-line. They're going to look to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Again on 2nd and 10 now. It's Osweiler. And this one complete to Will Fuller. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. To throw again is Osweiler. He's got Fuller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 1st down, Osweiler. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Some changes here as the D-line separates some. Buying time to his left. And Hill with it over the middle. It's a pickup of 14 there, and it'll give the Chiefs a 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Steps away to his left, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll run it with Dixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that...
It's caught at the 10, and all the way down to the 10-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chris Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On 2nd down, Osweiler. That is caught. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellows in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Let's go. 3rd and long. It's Osweiler. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Texans cut into that lead.
Hey, got tight left, tight his left.
Osweiler's going to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan base. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. "31 yards on the punt there, and the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston, and they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They go play action here on 1st down. Finding time. Now he's forced out left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now the ball's out. Osweiler lost it. And he's got some space here. The 20, 10, 5, and that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want